Kyle Kinsley again. So this is the stage in the on-market stage where it's basically an offer from a potential buyer. We're going to talk about what to do when you have the house on the market, how it should look, and kind of the whole feel. So the first thing is when you set up to show the house, like let's just say you're still living in the house and you and potential buyers are coming in to take a look at the house. A lot of times we're going to put a lockbox on the property. If that's not possible and you need to be in the house to show them, that's okay too. If I had to recommend something, I would say the house being vacant while someone's showing it. Doesn't necessarily mean the house has to be vacant, like you could still be living there. But I would say when a potential buyer comes through, they would much rather linger around the house without you there. It just, from my experience, when I show property and the seller's still there, or it's like you kind of keep your comments to an absolute minimum, and it feels like as a buyer and a buyer's agent, we're kind of putting you out and showing this property, inconveniencing you, and I wouldn't want to make the buyers feel that way. So if you could, ideally, we'd like you guys out of the house just for 5-10 minutes, take a walk down the street, or run an errand real quick. That would be ideal. So I guess if you are there though, and the buyers or the buyer's agents are asking, where you're moving to, which is totally, that's fine. But in terms of like discussing any terms of the offer, you don't discuss that with the seller. You don't say, hey, yeah, we'll you guys can obviously change this around. We can pay for the paint or whatever the case. Don't discuss anything. Just say, wow, I'm glad you guys like the place. And if you have any offers, please point them towards my agent. As you probably know, they'll probably try to get a feeler for you on like what they would accept or what you would accept or what you wouldn't accept. So a lot of times I could see a buyer's agent coming in saying, wow, this place is nice. Would you take $440 for it? And it's like, you would probably potentially take that, but just don't answer verbally. So you just say, wow, that would be a generous offer, but if you could write that up and send it over to my agent, we'll talk about it. That would be an ideal thing. And also when you're showing the house and when the house is on the market, any valuable items, put those and store those away in a closet or in a safe or in a safe place where that like no one's going to be just looking there. So you could put it in a drawer, things like that. But we don't want any valuable items, especially jewelry or anything, just easily available to just take and put it in your pocket. Now, granted, we would know who took it or which agent and which buyers took it, but it's just a precautionary thing. I know, whenever I have open houses, that's what I suggest them to do. So making your house available for showings, this is a very, I would say, important part of the process. Ideally, if you are living in the house, I usually like to have at least an hour. Sometimes there's agents in the market that are showing another place across the street and they say, hey Kyle, can I show your place right now in 10 minutes? You don't have to abide by their request. So I mean, it's just making your place available to show. The more available the house is, the better chance you have of getting it sold. So that's just an idea. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be okay with the request in 15 minutes, but that's just a thought there. So I would say the absolute best case scenario for anyone that has their house on the market is having multiple offers on it. So that would be more than one, so they can kind of negotiate against each other. And that would be the best case scenario. And this offer from potential buyer, we're going to talk about in the next step on what we can or can't do. But I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you.